Today I'm diving into Gedonia, an open-world RPG that I've been meaning to try for a while. And honestly, after spending some time with it, I came away impressed. I didn't expect to enjoy it as much as I did, but I did, and here's why. So right off the bat, I'll say this. I generally prefer class-based RPGs. I like having that structure, picking a class, and leaning into its identity. But Gedonia is not class-based. It's a more free-form thing, and a lot of modern RPGs do this, and I usually don't like it. But Gedonia actually made me rethink my opinion a bit. It doesn't lock you into a specific archetype, and instead it gives you this big collection of skill trees, and you can mix and match however you like. That means if you want to play a sword-swinging mage, or a stealth archer who dabbles in alchemy, you can definitely do that. For me, I stuck entirely with the archery tree. I definitely would have branched out later if I had played the game for longer. It was great. I didn't feel like I was missing out on that class-based experience. It felt like I was just kind of building my class, which I guess is the intention behind it, but I feel like, I don't know, Gedonia just got something right with it. It just felt great. I went with a pure archer build because I wanted to play as Nyako, my D&D character. I've been playing as this character in Baldur's Gate 3. I also been playing as Nyako in my D&D campaign in real life. I really like this character. He's a fighter, archer. Gedonia made that really easy to do. The archery skill tree is full of satisfying abilities where you have explosive arrows. You've got this ability where you can hold your breath, which increases your precision. And then also they have this bar at the side where you're just increasing your ranged damage and accuracy. It's really cool. The explosive arrow in particular was a lot of fun. You line up your shot, you watch the arrow fly across the field, and then it just detonates in this perfect little pop of chaos. It's so cool. It kind of pushes the enemies out of the way. Fun to do. Not overly flashy, but it nails that feeling of impact, and that's something a lot of bigger games somehow struggle to capture well. Just that feeling of it's very simple, and it just knocks everything back. One thing I really appreciated about Gedonia is how approachable it is. The quests are simple, the story is simple, and that's not an insult. It's actually a strength. A lot of modern RPGs, and I say this as someone who loves RPGs, tend to overcomplicate things. I'm looking at you, Baldur's Gate 3. Sorry, not sorry. Baldur's Gate 3 is a great game, but it sometimes feels like overcomplicates the plot, and a lot of modern RPGs do this. Gedonia does not. It's refreshingly straightforward. You get a quest, you go do it, and you move on. You're not bogged down by endless exposition, convoluted dialogue trees, and it just reminds me of older RPGs where the fun came from exploration and discovery rather than super heavy storytelling. It's almost like you're telling your own story. Now let's talk about combat. Overall, I'd call it classic. It's not flashy and not groundbreaking, but it's solid and serviceable. The biggest thing I noticed were the animation lockouts. You commit to an attack and you can't cancel or roll out of it until it finishes. That definitely took some getting used to. I'm gonna throw a little bit of a criticism toward Gedonia for that because I really would have liked to be able to cancel out an animation with a dodge roll or a jump or whatever it was, because being locked into it, especially when I'm shooting an arrow as an enemy is charging at me and then I have to get away very quickly, that's not something you can do. As an archer, you gotta reposition constantly. Sometimes you get stuck finishing an animation while an enemy's rushing you. It's not the end of the world, but it's just one of those little quirks that modern players might stumble over. And definitely if I had played this game like 15 years ago, perhaps I would not have stumbled over it, but it's a new era right now, alright? Once I got used to the rhythm of combat, I started to really enjoy it. It's got that nostalgic old school RPG pacing where positioning and timing matter more than button mashing. I just wish I could have shot arrows from horseback, so that would have been really cool, because I can see a crosshair there like I can, but I cannot. I don't know if there's a skill there, I didn't see one. And I didn't experiment much with other playstyles. I skipped magic, and I only dabbled in melee. The melee combat does feel fun. The animations are clean, even though they lock you out. Skill effects are readable. From what I've heard, the magic system actually gets pretty wild once you invest into it, so that's definitely something I want to try in the future. But even just sticking to my archer build, I felt like I had plenty plenty to do, and I never got bored or felt constricted. Something else worth mentioning is the atmosphere. Gedonia has this really charming world. It's just very open and inviting, and I think from the lens of a modern RPG fan, it might look empty, but I just found it very open and inviting. It just kind of had that nostalgic quality about it. But you can roam around, you can pick up quests, hunt monsters, and just exist in the world at your own pace. It's not trying to overwhelm you with systems, distract you with constant notifications. It's like really a free roam game, which is just really nice. The music and the visuals come together nicely. The graphics obviously are not AAA quality, but they have this warmth to them that fits perfectly. It's like the developer knew exactly what kind of game they wanted to make and didn't try to force it to be something bigger than it needed to be. I particularly loved the main menu music. It was fantastic. Everything about this game just feels nostalgic for me. I had a much better time with this game than I did with Outward. A lot of people have watched my Outward review. Everyone seemed to hate that review, so I know that's gonna ruffle some feathers, but you know, sorry, not sorry. This is a personal preference kind of thing. Gedonia just clicked better for me. It's not so punishing. It's not clunky. I don't have to like search for this hidden dialogue thing that tells me where to get water. This is my style of RPG, okay? Gedonia is more focused on letting you enjoy the adventure without frustration. At the end of the day, Gedonia feels like a love letter to old school RPG fans. It's simple, flexible, and made with clear passion. It's not trying to reinvent the genre, but it doesn't have to. It knows what it is, and it executes that vision very well. So if you like exploring open worlds, building your own character, or just getting lost in that classic RPG feeling, I definitely recommend giving Gedonia a try. That's my first impressions of Gedonia. I had a great time with it. I'd love to hear what kind of builds you've been running if you played it. Let me know in the comments. If you enjoyed the video, please feel free to leave a like and subscribe. Hit the notification bell. Join the Discord server. All that good stuff. I plan on doing a Gedonia 2 first impressions as well. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you next time, and you need to relax.